do people feel that this season is a genuine season and we will hold this league in the same esteem to which we held the league that Man United won in 1999? Or will people say, yeah, full credit to Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United, whoever wins this league, full credit to them, but will there be a but in the fan conversation? What is happening, everyone, and welcome to 888 Sport. Today we are going to be having a really interesting debate, and it is around the conditions in which football currently operates. I think it's fair to say that the game is being played in a slightly different way due to government guidelines. And my question to you, and I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this, so please comment below, let us know where you stand on this. Do you think that the trophy that is ultimately won at the end of the season should come along with an asterisk? Is it somehow a different trophy? Is it somehow arguably a lesser trophy because of the way that the games are coming? Equally, we're going to explore, is the product different? Is the league so odd and so open due to these conditions? Stephen, let's go to you first. Do you think, firstly, that the league is so open because of the way that football is being played?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there was. I actually kind of think the league was getting roughly to this point before it happened anyway, because I think the City and Liverpool were both close to kind of roughly burning out anyway, and I think it was going to lead to a slightly open table. But yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely is. I mean, why wouldn't it be? The people, I feel different, man, and I'm just watching football. Why wouldn't players actually out there missing all the fans, missing the adrenaline, the testosterone, the level of the fans as well? Why wouldn't they feel different? I mean, I was realizing the other day, like people like Ruben Diaz, who signed for Man City, haven't even met the fans yet. It's weird. Like we forget that they joined a new club, joined a new country, moved home and all that kind of stuff during this horrible time. And they've not even really met any fans or anything like that. I mean, it's definitely different. It definitely affects teams. I don't get why it wouldn't really. I guess they're literally human like the rest of us. I mean, they're having swabs up the nose every couple of days, at the moment. That is not nice. And like they're having a tough time of it as well. And everyone is missing the stuff that makes life kind of fun and stuff. So yeah, football's different because they're human and they're affected by it like everyone. I mean, and I do think it's affected the overall quality of the Premier League. I saw a great quote the other day on Twitter where someone said, watching football at the moment feels like a bunch of blokes just doing their job. And that's it, really, as opposed to, it feels like the energy's come out of it quite a lot. And it's just people turning up, going to work, then going home afterwards. And that's the way I felt about football for a while, to be honest.
So this is where it gets quite interesting and actually a little bit controversial. And again, to the audience watching this, really interested to hear your thoughts. So please comment. Do you think that the league that is awarded to whoever ultimately wins it is somehow a lesser league? For example, during the war, we had wartime leagues. Crystal Palace, I think it was Palace anyway, won the league. I think the league was divided north and south, and Palace were champions. We don't acknowledge that as being genuine champions. So although they were champions, it comes with an asterisk. Due to the different conditions that are currently being played today, should Liverpool or Manchester City or Manchester United, whoever ultimately win the league, should it come with a star that denotes that the conditions were somewhat different?
No, I think that's ridiculous, blood. I'm not even going to lie. The man said war, No,
Sorry,
I'm dying. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, with everything that's going on, it is different. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. But at the same time, in that same breath, you can say whoever wins the league has done it despite all of this drama that's going on.
It's like extra credit almost, isn't it?
Despite my man being out for C19 for however many, or you know what I mean, having to isolate or this, that, and the other. So, like, nah, no way. There shouldn't be any asterisk.
But X, just to play devil's advocate here, this isn't even even the way that I feel, but I do find the conversation interesting.
I know what you're saying. But with that in mind, what I will say is, in regard to it being different, I think it is different for the players. And I think it does affect results, innit? I think the league is more open because of what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping, me personally, with Tottenham, you get me? We haven't even got to see Gareth Bale yet. You know what I'm saying? The big homecoming, we have not got to see Gareth Bale yet. I'm hoping he's just waiting to turn up when the fans turn up. Do you know what I mean? Because I ain't seen anything on TV, them way there. So, like, me personally, I think it does make a big difference, like the fans. And I think it definitely has made the league a lot more closer, because like Liverpool City, they've been running away with it. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the league, knowing that my team, I'm not saying that we're gonna win it or you know what I mean, that's what I'm focused on, but knowing that my team's even still in it at this point, do you know what I mean? It's good to see. I can't lie.
But if we're all in the same boat, surely we're just like, everyone's just cracking on. I mean, to be honest, playing devil's advocate once again, the argument for asterisks was surely last season. I'm not trying to diminish genuinely, but surely that was when it was, because there was a big gap in the middle. Even then, I don't really think I was asterisk worthy, but that was a stronger case. Whereas at least this season, everyone started with a level playing field. Everyone is literally put in the same situation. Where last year, maybe there's an argument for it because football stopped, and all of a sudden, like, fans of, I don't know, City could go, well, we didn't get to play that big team with fans in way they did previously. And that would have been a subtle argument.
Okay, again, so this is also very interesting. So on that point, Chelsea had fans in the stadium. I was fortunate enough to be there when we played Leeds United. Chelsea had fans in the stadium. Equally, Everton had fans in the stadium for a significant portion of the game. When Chelsea go to Ellen Road, presumably there'll be no fans there.
Mm-hmm.
If Chelsea, that should mean that Chelsea are more likely to get a result. So the league is therefore, or the question, in fact, is the league therefore jeopardised? Is the sanctity of the league jeopardised because we've had fans, we've benefited from it, other fans haven't, and therefore it isn't a fair league?
I think it's good logic, right? But even as a Liverpool fan, who, by the way, has got an asterisk next to, I can't even say that word, but asterisk next to the league, the only league title that I've seen in my lifetime, I actually think, to an extent, like, the asterisk shouldn't be there. I think football players are there to train. They train week in, week out without fans. They're there. They've got to be ready to adapt to the circumstances that is put towards them. An example that I'll use without going on to that topic too much, UFC, MMA fighters, when they're fighting, they're going in with no fans as well. That's a very different atmosphere, but in some aspects it helps. So it's good for some and bad for others. Either way, everyone's in the same boat. So I don't think you need to look at it from that aspect. It's a very good point and very good for devil's advocate. But I just feel like if you've won the game, you've won the game. You've earned it on that day because you're both in the same situation.
Yeah.
But what I do find interesting is how people feel. Like, do people feel that this season is a genuine season and we will hold this league in the same esteem to which we held the league that Man United won in 1999? Or will people say, yeah, full credit to Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United, whoever wins this league, full credit to them, but will there be a but in the fan conversation?
There probably will be, to be fair. There probably will be, but I don't think anyone in the moment wants to admit that, though, because it's pretty say the thing that we really enjoy, that it's like playing with a big asterisk above you, that takes some motivation away from the players as well. It will have a little subconscious impact on everyone involved, the fans involved, the BT and Sky and everyone else doing all the broadcasts and all that kind of stuff. It'll have an impact on absolutely everyone if we're admitting, do you know what, the product this year is a little bit naff. Surely no one wants to say that, so maybe it's a thing where people will feel that way, but it's one of those things to look back and say that, because I don't think anyone needs that right now, even to have the asterisks. I think what that does is, anything, it just makes the sport less interesting as well. So I think there's an element of where, even though we all probably know it deep down, most of us don't want to admit it for reasons of where, because we're just trying to avoid ruining the thing that we all love. And I think I understand that emotionally. Not sure if that makes fully sense, but I know what I mean in terms of, I reckon it's one of those things where we have to kind of just make do, really, and not act like everything's terrible. Then maybe at some point in the future we'll go, it was a tough year. But at the moment, I don't think it really benefits anyone to add asterisks during the season, because I think, if anything, it just makes it worse for everyone as opposed to, better.
Do you know what, Steve? I completely agree with you, but I have found it very interesting to explore the debate around this issue. Lads, thank you for contributing to that. I found that really fascinating. And thank you all to everyone who's watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button and drop it a like, and we will see you all on the next video.